It seems fitting that our closing general session was focused on gratitude. It's where we must start and end, especially in the most difficult times. We have each other, and we are fighting for an enduring truth of the human condition. The power of relationship, of connection, of feeling seen, of feeling heard, of discovering who you are, and knowing no matter where the journey leads, you will be loved and supported. We unleashed the human spirit, and we saw that throughout the summit. We learned more about the craft of listening, learning, and leading. We redefined this event just as you have in your own lives, organizations, schools, and communities. You are the muse and inspiration because we wanted these 3 days to be worthy of your efforts in the movement, the way you've stretched, innovated, and shown up for others. And it was a phenomenal feat for which so many deserve credit, but I want to single out Sapphire Events, Stage Edge Productions, Get Gumption, our incredible staff, and our affiliates who worked tirelessly to do something we'd never done before in conditions we'd never experienced before. This is what's possible when we start from resolve and are willing to recreate and redefine. And in the end, it meant more voices, more access. It, of course, parallels so much of our lives. It challenges our yearning to go back to normal. Instead, it shows what we can learn from these times and incorporate new awareness, innovation, and drive, going forward in pursuit of the most accessible, representative, and authentic, to serve the field and drive a movement. At the summit's outset, we saw something we don't revel in enough these days: the pure joy, creativity, and talent of Sam alongside his amazing dad, Bobby. Then there was a cascade of voices and exchange, from advocates to workshop presenters to mentor affiliates. The diversity of talents, expertise, leadership, and perspectives in this movement was on full display. We saw the power of sports, platform, and activism, the way that legacy is carried on, has sharpened over time, and now is more connected than ever. A record-breaking number of participants shared the wisdom of community, practice, and research in the vast array of workshops that are fully captured for you to continue to explore. We paid tribute to giants whose mentoring lives on from the U.S. Senate to movements to communities, organizations, schools, and institutions across the country. We benefited from voices that may be familiar, reinforcing and adding new wisdom. Voices that you may have never heard before, offering fresh takes. Voices you may need to work to hear. Voices that offer new perspective and challenge well-worn thinking. Voices that span across sector, generation, race, ethnicity, and geography, all moving us forward in the movement. You listened and exchanged with the humility and vulnerability that allows us to show up in our communities with more insight, richness, and presence. We unpacked so much in a short period, truths that are enduring but seem especially poignant for us to rise to this moment. The power of connection to buffer adversity, which we heard expressed time and time again. What happens when we listen versus talk? How do we best find true solidarity and partnership with young people? The range of connection points that can all have value. And how at a time of acute loneliness and isolation, we need to lever them all. We are living in a time of revealed truths and broken down walls, the chance for deeper understanding, listening, and witnessing of mentoring in action. We can only hope and work to see that this time will drive greater empathy and greater respect for the power and needed intentionality of expanded mentoring and connection. The eyes that have been opened and walls that have been broken down by the courage of so many who've shared painful truth as we confront historic inequities, injustice, and racism. We must respond by recreating the new ways, the ones that allow us to see each other fully, to seek understanding, to repair the breach, to make good on false promises and mythologies. At the beginning, I said we start and end with gratitude, but I actually want to close out with something else as we consider all that will unfold over the next year, all that we will make happen both together and apart. We often celebrate youth exceptionalism, whether Sam or Jaya, or at the largest stage, Amanda Gorman, whose poetry moved a nation and beyond last week. But here's the thing. You all know it. You see it every day. Young people are exceptional. But as Amanda said herself, they are not exceptions. They are the products of the arms that did or did not wrap around them, the ears and minds and hearts that did or did not open for them. This cannot be left to chance. We must demand, through all of your examples, a new way, a more human and youth-centric approach, and one that takes stock of the comment Jamar made about the power of hope, a power we all have to give, to help make real, and that is not provided in any material item. It is the one that allows us to rise to this moment. It is what you've been doing all year, and we will continue to do together and call others to it, because we know what is possible when every young person has the chance to unleash their exceptionalism. It's a world we all want to build, and it's the moment and moments we all are rising to together. Thank you, and we look forward to being together in the movement throughout the year and, of course, at next year's summit.